supposed to be Bill Clinton, bitch? Bitch, I'm laying on this bed in backshot formation. I'm gagged. Wait a minute. Girl. Oh. God is so good. God is so good. My God in heaven. Listen. Somebody tagged me in a video this morning on TikTok where it was the boys' mind in the background, and it was Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky, and Hillary Clinton, and I just didn't get it because I kind of just, it's, I wasn't feeling well last night, and so I went to bed because I was like, bitch, I need to just make sure I got the energy to get to Pittsburgh today. And I was like, oh, it's cute. Bitch. What kind of dick Bill got? Bitch, I'm gagged, bitch. So Miss Thing didn't want these files to come out because you was sucking people's dick. Girl, it's 2025. Everybody's sucking dick. And if you ain't sucking dick, you get your dick sucked. It's simple math. 1 + 1 = 2, niece. And it's not far-fetched for you to be a dick sucker. For me. In my opinion, all rich white men are sexually just whatever. I could see him sucking a dick for a loan. I could see him making somebody suck his dick for a loan. Men in those spaces, it's not just, let me be serious for a moment. I wish we could discuss more how, for many men, sexual actions are not about their pleasure. It's about them wielding power over the people. Does that make sense? I learned that when I was in prison. When I first got to prison, and many of the guys who had sexual assault charges were fine as fuck. Now, mind you, I'm 18, 19, so I don't know the world. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand the world at that point, and so I just was really gagged. I was just like, well, why are these very attractive men taking it from people? And I remember old head Mr. Shabazz in the law library. He was just like, Dominique, he was like, I'm gonna teach you about power. I'll never forget it. And he was an old Muslim dude. And a lot of people didn't want him, he wasn't supposed to be talking to me, right? But he was just like, he would see me in the library, and so he respected me because he was like, you're smart. And I remember he broke it down for me, and I'll never forget it. And so, yeah, not just because they may enjoy the things, but because these men will make somebody suck their dick to let them know that they are bigger and better than them. And I know y'all are saying that's still gay, whatever. Don't let sexuality keep y'all from understanding the motives and the reasons that these niggas are truly nefarious. Free game.
Hi guys, how you all doing? Welcome back again to my channel. My name is Olivia, and thank you so much for stopping by. So family, the internet is on fire, okay, and a lot of people are reacting hilariously, okay, after the Epstein file email released, and then there's this email where Mark Epstein and Clinton was actually, exchanging messages, and he was asking if Clinton still has the video of Donald Trump, blowing Bubba. And people are like, who is Bubba? Bubba, who is Bubba? And Mark Epstein came to the internet to, debunk the rumor saying, oh no, Clinton is not Bubba. And here's the thing, if Clinton is not Bubba, then who is Bubba? Because a lot of people want to know who is Bubba. I want to know who is Bubba. America wants to know who is Bubba. Okay, this should not be a surprise thing because we all know Trump is corny and he is ignorant of basically everything, right? He's not ignorant. So when people are talking about Bubba, 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 and if he can be able to do that, a lot of people are not surprised, okay? And then the Twitter is even, doing that thing, putting up memes and all of that. And then people are saying Bubba is a horse. Wait a minute. You want to tell me that horse is Bubba and Trump is blowing Bubba like the horse that have 4 legs? No, 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 no. You guys, like, I want to know who Bubba is. I want to know who Trump is blowing. And I know everybody wants to know, right? So, family, let's keep watching, of course. Let me know what you think about this Trump, Bill Clinton, and Bubba in the comment section. I would love to read your comment, okay? And we'll come back after a while, so stay with me, family.
Bubba?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. It's Bill Clinton, right?
Yes.
And is it true that you blew on his saxophone?
You think I did? Yeah, maybe I did.
How did this happen?
I got a call, and it was from him.
Okay, then.
Left at 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody knew I was going.
3 a.m.?
And I said, this guy's great. I like this guy.
Then what?
And anyway, we go into the room. I said, turn the lights off.
Setting the mood.
And we start off, and I'm going down, and I see
And then?
really big.
Well, most things are big to you, so.
It is substantial. I mean,
So what happened next?
2 arms grab it, and I'm feeling my way up. Boom, here's this, here's that, everything.
Warming it up, I see.
Up. These are all things I learned. It's like a gas pump, right? Land is beautiful, but it's so dry.
Right.
Dry as a bone.
Got it.
I said, I got it.
Is that when you...
Go.
Wow.
And I'm going to open it up. I'm going to let him use it.
Aren't you a giver?
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Huh.
And all of a sudden, psh,
You mean he...
it just hit. Cleaned out.
Do you enjoy this?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, sounds like it.
By the time I finished, I
Is this some kind of presidential mentorship?
got to know him better than anybody.
Well, my only question is, why?
I just have to do it because I need it.
Oh, and also, who was taking pictures of this?
Just relax.
Well, I am shocked, but you always do manage to outscandal yourself.
That's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's a great thing.
Well, now the whole world knows. It's a good thing that this isn't real. You know what? Actually, I don't really care. Be best.
Okay.
But somebody fill me in on this who is Bubba situation. Like, what is going on? I wake up and get on the internet and who is Bubba? That's all I see on my timeline. Who is Bubba? What's going on between Donald Trump, Bill Clinton, and this Bubba person? Is it what I think it is? Is it what I think it is? Was they fooling around? Was they having some... Was this like a Monica Lewinsky situation? Is that what was in the Epstein files? Does he have that kind of dirt? Did he have that kind of dirt with evidence? Is that what this is about? What is going on? Was that was that is that what was in those files? Is that why Epstein is no longer here? It's because he had that kind of dirt. Does he have evidence of our presidential candidates doing some Brokeback Mountain type stuff? Like, what is going on? Where are we? What is going on? What is it?
You mean to tell me the two leading candidates we have for who Bubba is in the Epstein emails, the same Bubba Trump was allegedly down there gobbling up like a McRib, are either Bill Clinton or Ghislaine Maxwell's literal fucking horse? Bill Clinton or a fucking horse? Hi everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, you know what fucking time it is, bitch! It's time for the Daily Scream! Bitch, those two options aren't even in the same category. One is a former president, and the other is a fucking animal. How are these the two options? What fucking timeline have I entered into? Now, personally, I don't think Bubba is a horse. I doubt Trump was behind the stables deep-throating a stallion. There's also zero legitimate proof that this horse existed other than this tweet. But the fact that people are even asking, was it Bill Clinton or a horse? Let alone people are actually questioning it? Girl, that's the sign of a dying empire. Meanwhile, Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother, he was the one who sent this email back in 2018, and now he's going around like, come on guys, it was just a humorous exchange between two brothers. What part of this was a joke? Was it Putin allegedly having these photos hidden away in a folder? Our president having gluck gluck allegations against him? And of course, leave it to the White House to post a photo of Trump and Melania and caption it power couple just 48 hours after these emails were leaked. Girl, power couple? It's giving DL Trade just got outed by gay femme twink with receipts. And now Trump has launched into this PR tour like, I'm a straight man. I love women. Look, this is my wife. And she's a woman. I love women. This entire situation is so deranged. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is the country we live in.
Now the streets is saying that Bubba is a horse. And no, I'm not talking about Bill Clinton. Okay? A horse, if it was in fact a horse, that man is in the wrong career field. Because a horse, but one thing's for certain and two things for sure. If it was in fact a horse, oh, he's going down. Because if them people don't care about women, if them people don't care about kids, if them people don't care about black people, one thing they don't play about is them animals. They do not play about them animals. I need Miss Maxwell to come to the front and tell us if it was in fact her pet horse. I need her to come to the front of the congregation now. Now, I know they're not going to let her out. Okay? And y'all need to be watching her over in that prison, because if something happens to her, yeah, we know what the vibe was. But a horse is crazy. One, because why would you do that to an animal? And two, because a horse? Okay, throat goat.
Okay, update. Bubba is apparently not in reference to Bill Clinton. I'm kind of bummed about that, but we do know that Donald Trump is bi. So there is that. I just wanted to clear the air so the Clintons don't come after me, but yeah. We know you're a freak too, though, Bill, so don't forget that. Yeah.
Oh, so that's why Trump despised Hillary Clinton so much. It's because he wanted her man. There are emails indicating that Putin has photos of Trump giving Bill Clinton a blowjob. Trump has obviously denied these claims, but I don't think a lot of people believe him. Out of anything to come out of these emails/files, Trump giving Bill Clinton top honestly would have never been on my list. Trump is so pissed about this, he is calling for an investigation on Bill Clinton. That man is mad. All this time, Trump was emphasizing on Hillary Clinton's emails when we really should have been looking at his emails with her husband. That's where the real tea was this whole entire time. Putin, if you really do have those photos, now might be the time you might want to share them with the rest of the world. And to whomever is releasing these emails, keep them coming. Whoever has these files, release them. We're ready. We've been ready for some time. In all my years, I would have never thought that Trump and Bill Clinton were secret lovers.
Hey, bro, can you keep a secret?
Yeah,
You promise you won't tell anyone?
I won't tell anybody.
I cheated on Steph.
Where you going? Where? No, where?
So if Bill Clinton isn't Bubba, then who the fuck is it? And why is so many people saying it may be a horse? A horse? As in the thing that eats hay? And that we used to ride into war? That type of horse? Oh, right? Because Epstein's brother came out and he already said it. He's like, look, he said, the group chat essentially got leaked. That wasn't for y'all's eyes. But now that y'all seen it, let me clear some things up. Except what he didn't do is clear things up. If anything, he created more questions, right? Because he said Bill Clinton is not the Bubba that we speak of, and then ended it at that. That does not mean that allegedly that he was still not getting sloppy toppy. Donnie was doing that Gluck 3000 on someone or something named Bubba, and all it just means is that Bill Clinton wasn't involved. And more questions, just more questions, speculations, allegations, and the fact that this is actual American politics. My wonder is, will this show up in the history book as maybe a footnote? I don't think you would make a header. Or would this just be continually like just ignored? Would this just be ignored? That's all I can. This is one of those times when all you can do is look at something and go,
Who is Bubba? And why would someone send an email saying, ask Putin about someone with Bubba? I mean, is this going to get bigger than we actually think it is? You know, there was a man a long time ago that said, I'm not a crook. In front of all Americans, he denied his actions. And do we remember what happened to him? Now, over the course of time, he slowly tried to redeem himself. But do you remember this president? Do you remember when he said, I am not a crook? And then what he had to do afterwards? Do you not remember this guy? Now, I'm seeing the current guy doing things that I personally feel are far worse than snooping on another's campaign. But you still don't see it yet? You think immigrants are the problem? You think transgenders are the problem? You think people that don't attend church on a regular basis, that we are the problem? We're just calling out the hypocrisy. Calling out how you have supported a man, a movement, but not America, not Americans. So at the end of the day, when the future generations are studying about this moment in time, who do you think is going to be good? Who do you think will be evil? Who's going to triumph? That we're still waiting to see. But as an additional reminder, if you're looking for a reason to promote how America can be great, well, just realize that we were founded by immigrants. We stole this land from the Native Americans. So we're all illegal immigrants. So let's get it right.
Are you gay?
How you gonna ask me a question like that?
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending? Is that what it is?
Listen, okay, hold on. Before I say anything, my lawyer told me I have to do this, okay? So just 1 second. Allegedly, all of this is rumors, unconfirmed speculation, folklore, village gossip, urban legend, a campfire story, okay? None of this is confirmed information. All right. Listen to me. If I would have woke up this morning knowing, I would have got this information that the leader of the free world went to Neckville, gobble, gobble town, on Hillary's man, I probably would have chosen to just stay in bed, okay? Trump has been talking about this big, beautiful bill for so long. We thought he was talking about politics. No, this man is talking about Bill Clinton. Listen, anyways, if you don't know what's going on here, in this new wave of Jeffrey Epstein emails, a little email came out. It was a little exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother Mark. They started talking, and all of a sudden, the conversation went to a perversive psychosexual geopolitical discussion where they asked, you think Putin got that video of Trump Bubba? Yeah. I don't know about y'all, but if you don't know who Bubba is, let me put you on. Now, a lot of people think that Bubba is Bill Clinton because Bubba is a nickname for Bill, and Bill used to be around the Epsteins just like Trump, and your friend, my friend, my friend, your friend. But it all starts to come together when you think about the fact that Trump one time tweeted out, Hillary can't even a man. What makes her think she can satisfy America? Now, when he said that, I thought we were just talking politics. I didn't think he was going to try to take this into his own hands or mouth. Anyways, Mark Epstein already came out and said that Bubba is not Bill Clinton. So Bubba really could just be some random dude or thing or another individual. Anyways, now come on, y'all. Do you really believe that I believe that DT was out here giving C1 to C7 to a man that's notorious for getting it? No. I think it was obviously some type of joke or hyperbole, whatever you want to call it. But it is hard to put something like that past somebody who says they would date their daughter. Anyways, I did find it very hilarious that the White House, right after these allegations, posted on Twitter a picture of Trump and Melania talk about I can't help but falling in love with you. Like, look, guys, he really does like women. Look, I promise you, he never did that because he loves Melania and he has Melania by his side. Listen, if this administration says anything, it's bad timing. My thing is, if Putin does happen to have a video of Trump doing anything within this realm, we are in trouble. And maybe that's why Trump is not worried about the Epstein files, because he's worried about the next team files, okay? Because MAGA, they'll support you if you lie. They'll support you if you cheat. They'll even support you if you get convicted. But one thing them good old MAGA Christians not support, a homosexual. Because for some reason that's worse. In the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful day. You know I love you and I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, keep your mouth off that big, beautiful bill.
Who is Bubba? So right now we're smack dab in the middle of the biggest political scandal in American history. The sitting U.S. president has been credibly tied to a human trafficking ring. There is an overwhelming belief within the American people that the sitting U.S. president had someone whacked because he had dirt on him. And there are FBI files that prove whether or not the president committed crimes that the president himself is trying his best to make sure never reach the American public. In the process of him trying to keep a lid on it, the Democrats have been using sneaky tactics to get various pieces of evidence released to the American people because it makes Trump look bad. And the most explosive evidence that they've been able to pull out so far is the emails between the deceased human trafficker that Donald Trump was friends with and his brother. And in this private email between this guy and his brother, they refer to the president of Russia having images of Donald Trump giving some Charlie Kirk to someone named Bubba. Now, at first, everyone assumed that Bubba was Bill Clinton because Bill Clinton's nickname is Bubba and he is also friends with this deceased human trafficker, right? But the brother in question that was in the emails actually came forward and said, no, Bubba is not Bill Clinton. Mind you, he didn't say that he wasn't giving out that sloppy toppy. He just said that he wasn't giving out that sloppy toppy to Bill Clinton, right? So wild speculations are going through like, who's Bubba? Who's Bubba? Who's Bubba? And then it came out that the deceased trafficker's girlfriend's horse was named Bubba. So is that a coincidence?
All right, so we just learned more about this whole Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Bubba Dome thing because Jeffrey Epstein's brother just put out a statement about it. I just can't believe that this is American politics right now. Mark Epstein, who was emailing back and forth with Jeffrey regarding the whole Bubba thing, put out this statement. You can see the date, November 15th, 2025. He said, recently, emails from 2018 between my brother and me were made public. They were simply part of a humorous private exchange between two brothers and were never meant for public release or to be interpreted as serious remarks. For the avoidance of doubt, the reference to Bubba in this correspondence is not not in any way a reference to Bill Clinton. Any attempt to conflate that reference with President Clinton or to read sweeping implications into them misrepresents both the purpose and the tone of the original correspondence. Then he continued. So, okay, Bubba is not Bill Clinton, even though that was his nickname and he was apparently referred to as such in these emails a bunch of times, but sure, whatever. It's not Bill Clinton. Then who is it? Who is Donald Trump? At least according to the email, who is it? Right? That question still remains, even if it's not Bill Clinton. I feel like that wasn't answered.
Hey, you know the email that was published about Mark Epstein asking Jeffrey Epstein if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba? That's quoted. Well, we have an update. Not only did Mark Epstein come out and say, hey, Bubba is not Bill Clinton, he declined to say who Bubba actually was. We now know that Ghislaine Maxwell had a horse named Bubba. But I want to take this a step further. Not any part of Mark Epstein's statement cleared Donald Trump of blowing someone. That whole statement just cleared Clinton. It just cleared Clinton. It did not clear Trump at all. And I love that for Donald Trump. I also, in reading those emails, the fact that Jeffrey Epstein says multiple times that the worst person in the world is Donald Trump, he does not have one good cell in his body, is saying a lot. They fucking hated that man. Most people around Donald Trump actually do hate him, and he just doesn't get the memo. Even Melania hates him. So I just thought it was hysterical that Mark Epstein was asked about this email, and he basically said Bill Clinton is not Bubba, but did not elaborate further. So, have a good day.
Yo. So it's some speculation as to whether Bubba is Bill Clinton or Ghislaine Maxwell's horse. Shout out to the TikToker who said, I feel like there's going to be some bestiality in there. But I think I found proof that Bubba is in reference to Bill Clinton. So I searched in the Courier's database. I searched the word Bubba, okay? And I clicked on one of the entries that came up, and it took me to a excerpt of the autobiography of Monica Lewinsky. Okay. Shout out to that woman because she deserves the world's compensation for the shit that she went through. I will open with what she wrote to open this up, right? She says, I am not an airhead. I'm a victim, partly of my own making, and mostly I'm a political pawn of the spin doctors. She goes on to talk about what it was like to live through being the butt of the joke for an entire country. People talking about her on radio shows, calling in, mocking her. Okay, and I'm going to skip over a little bit. I'm going to go to the part where I want the juicy bit. Okay, so Monica goes, and remember that awful piece of gossip? The one Lucienne Goldberg initiated in order to get attention from the press for her? That I kept a blue dress stained with Clinton's dried ejaculation as a souvenir? Well, Jonathan Brandmeier of KLSX invited listeners to call in and suggest euphemisms for presidential semen. My favorite was Bubba Butter. And she ends the paragraph by saying, apparently, my role is to serve as a vehicle for the destruction of taboos. Girl, you know what? Go ahead. She took it like a champ. I'm sorry.
Right now, reports are coming in that anyone with the nickname Bubba has been changing their nicknames since the recent developments of the Epstein emails. So if you're out there and if your nickname is Bubba, you should definitely make a video stating that it was not you. Okay?
No, thank you. I will be sticking to Bubba is Bill Clinton. Because what do you mean? There's a horse named Bubba. Like, Bill Clinton is clearly the better option. Not only is it funnier, it's saner. It's ethically, morally correct.
Man, whoever soft serving us these
Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein emails got to be a black woman. It got to be. Whoever over the oversight committee, it has to be a black woman, big dog, because it's like a build up to the T, to the actual T. You know what I mean? Every time we think we know what's in them damn emails, it gets worse, nigga. It gets worse. Motherfucker blowing Bill Clinton. How you blowing Bill Clinton? And whoever's soft serving them for real, they better slow the fuck down for they bomb the goddamn White House. This something you gotta go to hell for. Batman couldn't squeeze this out of you, big dog. This shit is crazy, man. Shit, that's why he couldn't keep a wife, my nigga. He wanted Bill. And we ain't talking about Bill on the hill. I mean, Scandal couldn't write a better script, big dog. This is crazy. This is crazy. But shout out to whoever soft leaking these emails, because it's about to get much worse. You got to hold your breath while reading them. Can you imagine the first person who had to go over those files? Oh, they couldn't wait. They could not wait to put this shit out.
The President of the United States was blowing Bubba. Bubba is Bill Clinton. Was blowing Bill Clinton. Che! Bill Clinton was getting all sorts of fucking action. Oh my God! The president.
Everyone keeps talking about you. Like, I know that Bubba was Bill Clinton's nickname, but I wasn't old enough. Like, I, of course, was alive when Bill Clinton was president, but I wasn't old enough to really, like, understand. Like, he doesn't come to my mind like that. Like, I think more about Hillary than him. Like, y'all also got to remember, like, especially where I was growing up, it's like what was most talked about was the situation with Monica Lewinsky. And because that was based in, like, sexual activity, growing up in the Midwest, and, like, even my parents wasn't letting me listen. So it's just like, I don't think about that man. Like, the president of my lifetime in regards to, I remember I remember him announcing running. I remember speeches. I remember moments. I remember watching the kids grow up. Like, every detail is the Obamas for me. Not just because, you know, they're black, but that's like the mainstream kind of, you know, moment. I was 18 when Al Gore and Bush Jr. were running for office. So, like, I wasn't, like, politically inclined. I wasn't news. I don't even think I would watch the news as a young, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I just don't think about that man. Like, I know that the mass incarceration, like, I know his role in things, that he's the, you know, the orchestrator and the creator of the current mass incarceration crisis in regards to, you know, black folks getting 100 years for some weed and shit like that, and him and his wife are a part of, you know, really placing this idea of tough on crime inside of the justice system, especially when it comes to young black children, right? Like, I know his legacy in regards to the negative impact, but I don't know. I don't think about him. So when I said Bubba, I was just like, Bubba? Like, only Bubba I know is Sparks, bitch. And second to that, Bubba Gump. That's why I said it. And I was like, Bill Clinton? When I flew into Little Rock, I was gagged that they named the airport after them niggas. I was like, well, the Obamas ain't got no airport? Like, I don't see him as iconic like that. Like, I thought presidents had to be iconic to get shit named after them. I just was like, what did this nigga do? Even Chelsea is very common. The baddest of all them girls is Hillary. Hillary Rodham, in fact. You know?
Trump was blowing Bubba?
the fuck are we talking about? What do you mean does Putin still have a picture of Trump blowing Bubba? They're saying Bill Clinton's nickname was Bubba. Oh, shit. That's why you hated Hillary. Niggas was mad because Hillary was getting piped down and not him. According to Kalshi, 90% of y'all are saying the files will be released this year. What they really need is a poll on who else was this nigga blowing. Talking about some damn Trump 2024. No, Bubba Blower 2024, nigga. So many years, y'all was like, Bill Clinton's in the files, Bill Clinton's in the files. And whole time, Trump was like, this is some outrageous shit. They were saying like they had these emails since 2011. So y'all knew this nigga was gargling meat since 2011. Y'all wasn't like. Meanwhile, this nigga's trying to ban books or lessons that teach about LGBTQ in schools. And then he's trying to like stop them from having healthcare and shit. This nigga trying to have all the bubble blowing to himself. Bubble blowing ass niggas, man. But hey, it's a free world, bro. Free country. Be who you are.
Here is a twist about who Bubba is, and it's not Bill Clinton. It's something even more disturbing than that. Bubba Salisbury, son of Odessa oil industry magnate Dick Salisbury, also friend of Kash Patel and J.D. Vance. This is who Epstein fellatio email is rumored to be referring to, not Bill Clinton. Richard Salisbury is one of the names mentioned on the Trump Tower 12 deposition. One of the victims mentioned is Rich Bubba Salisbury of Odessa, Texas, a 12-year-old boy who alleged and sued Trump for sexual abuse stemming from a 1993 incident in Trump Tower, where he said that Trump molested him by performing fellatio on him. The Trump Tower 12 deposition mentions 9 girls and 3 boys, all paid off by Trump, alleging child and sexual abuse at Trump Tower between 1989 and 1995. Please share this to the max. Wow, let me know what you think in the comments. If you want to support me, check out the links in my bio. See you in the next one.
I don't think Bubba is referring to Bill Clinton nor Ghislaine Maxwell's horse. I actually think it's referring to Bubba Salisbury. He is a very rich owner of an oil company in Texas as well as Salisbury Industries, a significant financial backer of Trump. I heard a few rumors swirling around that he was mentioned in the Trump Tower deposition as one of the victims, being a man that was performed fellatio on in the Trump Tower. Many claiming he was a 12-year-old boy when in fact he would have been 24 at that time, as it occurred in 1993. But I still do think it was likely him. What the victim described experiencing in the Trump Tower deposition of 1993 was not consensual. But we are still unaware of whether or not this person named Bubba was involved in a consensual or non-consensual interaction with Trump. And again, I don't know if the Bubba they're speaking about is Bubba Salisbury, but it makes the most sense to me. And I want to make it also clear that we are unsure of whether or not the deposition found in the Trump Tower incident was the same person.
We live in a world where people aren't sure if the President of the United States, the current president, sucked off Bill Clinton or a horse. There is a non-zero chance that the sitting president of the United States gave a blowjob to a horse.
Ask Putin if he has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. I thought that was fake. I know the emails got released. I know there's so many of them circulating around, but this is one that I thought, oh no, that can't be real. No, it's fucking real. I went to the Oversight Committee website and I clicked the Here button and it opens up into the Google Drive and I found the exact page number and verified. Yes, that is a real fucking email. Republicans, come get your fucking boy, because what the hell do you mean Putin has photos of Donald Trump doing Gluck Gluck 3000 on whoever the fuck Bubba is? Apparently that might be Bill Clinton. Bubba might be Clinton's nickname, is what I'm hearing, which, no fucking surprise here. I'm not surprised. None of us in the Democratic corner are trying to defend Clinton here like you guys are doing to your orange Cheeto master, okay? We say lock them both the fuck up. Can you do the same? Probably not. But this explains so much as to why Donald Trump bends the knee to Putin every single fucking time. Because he has to. If not, photos of I don't know, that's just not good imaging, man. My name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow. I can't believe that's fucking real. But I can at the same time. Or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye.
So Trump blew Bubba. Holy shit. Okay, imagine you're Bill Clinton.
Not while that was happening, obviously. I would never ask you to imagine that. That's not humane. But imagine you're Bill Clinton. In 2015, you are watching your wife, Hillary Clinton, run for presidency against your side piece? Two people who used to blow you are running for the presidency. That brings a whole new meaning to the head of the state. That's crazy. Bill Clinton got impeached for getting Dome. Donald Trump might get impeached for giving it to Bill Clinton. That's crazy. One wiener has never destroyed two presidencies. I'm going to stop, but before I do, here's my impression of Donald Trump seeing Bill Clinton's wiener for the first time. Wow, what a cock. I've never seen such a beautiful schlong. I can't even call you Bill Clinton anymore. You know what I'm going to call you? I'm going to call you Big Beautiful Bill. I'm going to call you Big Beautiful.
Ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba? Who's Bubba? Why is Trump blowing Bubba? Do we have a Donica Lewinsky on our hands?
I just want to say, President Trump, if you're bi, it's okay. MAGA doesn't know what to do now. The past 24 hours have shown many, many emails being released about Epstein talking about Trump. Let's dig into some of the highlights. According to NPR, the emails that were dumped yesterday, Trump's name appeared over 1,000 times. It just gets worse and worse for the dictator. The highlight for me of the email dump yesterday was this one right here. This is Mark Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein's brother. He says, ask him if Putin has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. There's speculation online that Bubba could possibly be Bill Clinton. Bubba was Bill Clinton's nickname. Regardless if this is Clinton or not, I just want to say, President Trump, if you're bi, it's okay. I have bi friends. I have gay friends. It's okay if you're bi. But you have to admit it to yourself, and it's okay to admit it to the rest of the world. Let your freak flag fly, President Trump. I would be more proud of you and have more respect for you if you came out and said, yeah, I like men too. Then it came out yesterday that the White House is so concerned, they're so freaked out about this Epstein situation that they held a secret meeting in the Situation Room. And Miles Taylor here is a reporter, and he says, but I'll tell you from experience, the only reason you hold Situation Room meetings is when there's something to hide. Emergency meeting held because of the Epstein files. And then the distraction. Whiskey Pete puts out this statement yesterday, essentially saying, we're going to go to war with Venezuela as a distraction to the Epstein situation. Look, this was MAGA's conspiracy theory to begin with, and the rest of us were kind of like, yeah, they should have released the files, and MAGA just kept pounding and pounding and pounding. Then MAGA got the rest of us, like me and others, on board. I'm invested at this point. I'm too invested to be distracted by essentially a fake war in South America. Here's some other revelations. So Trump claimed multiple times that he cut off all ties with Epstein in the early 2000s. However, based on the new emails that were released yesterday, he was still hanging out with Epstein. Trump and Epstein were still hanging out in 2017, 2018, and even in 2019. Let's see, who was president in 2017 and 2018? That's right, dictator Trump was. So he lied about cutting ties with Epstein in the early 2000s, according to these emails. Look, say what you will. He's innocent, he's guilty, whatever. But this is true right here. Innocent people would not need to hold an emergency meeting to find a way to block the release of the Epstein files. Innocent people would not be calling Republican congresspeople to beg them not to vote yes on releasing the Epstein files. Innocent people would not run away from the press like dictator Trump did yesterday when asked questions about the Epstein files. I don't know to what extent Trump is guilty of with the Epstein files, but one thing is sure, he is guilty of something and he is hiding something. But what about Bill Clinton? If Bill Clinton's in those Epstein files and he did something to those young kids, throw his ass in jail. May he rot. That's the difference between people like me and you, MAGA. I don't care if my people get taken down. If you're guilty, throw your ass in jail. Stop protecting a pedophile. Trump's guilty of something. We're going to find out. We're going to find out one way or another. Best friends.
This is a real photograph of Trump and Bill Clinton, and it kind of makes the recent Epstein email disclosures make a little more sense. So this is one of the emails released by the House Oversight Committee recently, detailing an email chain between Jeffrey Epstein and his brother Mark. As you can see at the bottom, Mark and his brother Jeffrey are talking about Donald Trump at the beginning of this email chain. At one point, Epstein states that he's with Bannon. I'm assuming that's Steve Bannon. And then Mark Epstein, Jeffrey's brother, emails him and says, ask him if Putin still has the photos of Trump blowing Bubba. If you don't know, Bubba is a very common nickname for former US President Bill Clinton, who Trump claims publicly that he hates, but who he has had a very close personal friendship with in the past. And I don't know about you, but I don't typically just grab my friends on the crotch. This is definitely a strange photo. If you even check out the top of that email chain, there's another weird message. And Mark Epstein, Jeffrey's brother, emails him saying, you and your boy Donnie can make a remake of the movie Get Hard. Now, could this possibly be true? Could there potentially be photos of Donald Trump blowing Bubba, aka Bill Clinton? Obviously, I do not have the answers, but this is an official piece of information released by the US government, and this rabbit hole goes extremely deep. I talk about this stuff all the time on my channel, The Conspiracy Files, which you can listen to as a podcast. I've done hour-and-a-half-long deep dives on Trump and Epstein and Clinton and Epstein recently, so if you want to learn more about this deep, dark rabbit hole, please, I encourage you to go check those out.
So, family, honestly, if this is what the leaked emails look like, I'm scared to see the full group chat because America, we can't wait to see the full group chat. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you find it very interesting and funny at the same time, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and of course support the channel by subscribing to the channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Please stay safe.